All right, cats, how we doing? Right. As you can see, I am of an age regarding pensions. So I have just withdrawn my 25% because I could. So I did, to see if I could invest it somewhere myself and make a better job of it. Because I don't have the biggest pension in the world. I've been paying into it for, wow. Well, since I was 21, I started paying into it. And now I am not 21. So it's a long time. It's about 35 years, 36 years, something like that. Paid into it every month for that length of time. Right. It's not, as I say, it's not the big pension in the world. I have just withdrawn my 25%. So I took 40 grand out of it. That's what I could take out. So I did. Now, so that tells you what the pension is, doesn't it? Now, my pension, if we go back 10 years, it was worth around about 103, 104,000 pounds 10 years ago. Now it's worth 160,000 pounds. But 10 years ago, what I buy today with 160 bought me the same as 103, 104,000. So that sounds to me like I've paid in for the last 10 years. And although the numbers have gone up, the value has gone up, my purchasing power has virtually not moved. Now, at this point in time, now the way things are going, the purchasing power is going to start going backwards. So you're going to be buying less than you were last year and buying less than you were 5 years ago, even though you're putting money in every month. Now, obviously, it depends how much money you're putting in. But this doesn't work, and it's not going to work, and it's not sustainable, because the money in the bank is devaluing faster than the pension can rise. So you're not getting anywhere. You see what I mean? So if you go back, I don't know, 40 years, and you think, right, the average price of a house was, what, 6,000 or 7,000 quid 40 years ago, 45 years ago maybe, actually. So say 1980, 6, 7, 8,000 quid for a little semi somewhere. The cost now is 283,000. That's only an average. So I dare say there's a lot of you out there got to pay a lot more than that for an average sized house. So if you think what your pension is, how much money you've put in your pension, where your pension's actually going in terms of numbers, the amount of money that these cheeky twats actually take out for so-called managing it, not in a very good way, how many pensions they actually do this with. They are making an absolute fortune off the back of your money that in all essence is not going up. It goes up minimally. The devaluation of my pension from 2015 to 2025 was 35%. 35% over 10 years. Well, I've got another 10 years to go. So let's say it devalues by another 35%. Are you seeing the picture here? It doesn't work, does it? The maths just doesn't work. Sit, think, ponder, get your paper and your piece of and your pen out, and have a think, do some calculations, have a look at what inflation is, have a look how much everything goes up, have a look how much money you're putting into your pension, have a look how much you're supposed to get at the end of all this, and see what happens. Now, at the moment, we're sliding into this dollar devaluation lark, right? Don't just think that the dollar devaluing affects everybody in the US, because it doesn't. It affects the world, because the dollar is the tradable currency, or at least it is at the moment. But the dollar is the tradable currency, and it's devaluing like a bastard because they're in $39 trillion worth of debt. So, regardless of what JP Morgan tells you, tells you offload your silver and offload your gold, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not giving you advice. You can see what I look like. I don't exactly look like some sort of banker, do I? But then if I did look like a banker, I'd be saying, put all your money in a pension because I want it. You've got to start taking care of your own money. You've got to. You don't have a choice, because the forces, the powers that be, will have you and tell you time after time after time to put your money in a bank, to put your money in a pension, to put your money anywhere where they can make money, which is what they do. And we all know this, but we don't ever do anything about it. Well, I'm telling you, you need to, because anybody that's about my age with about 10 years to go before they can retire, the way it's going now, you're going to be lucky if there's anything there worth having by the time you get there, even though you've saved for it all your life, like good little boys and good little girls, like we were all told to do. It's all bullshit and it doesn't work. It's not working. So sit down, as I say, get your pen, get your calculator, get your piece of paper out. Have a look how much you put in your pension. Look at what your pension's going to be worth. Look at the value of the money on what it was 10 years ago. And you will see that your money is devalued by 35%. So over 1/3 of what you've been putting in since 2015 has already gone. It's already swallowed. Yes, there are ways and means around this. It's up to you to look and see what they are. I already do them. I can tell you what I do. I can't tell you what to do. I have bought a whopper of a box of physical silver. So I have many hundreds of ounces of silver. I bought it some time ago, so I didn't pay the stupid price that it is now, which is already trebled to what I paid for it, which is very nice, thank you very much. But I would say it's more luck than judgment. And then gold. I did the same with gold. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford many hundreds of ounces of gold, but I've got a few, and they have done the same. So they're sort of they're three times what I paid for it as well, which is, again, it is luck, not judgment. And I only did that because I saw how the world was going and thought, I don't trust these bastards with my paper money. I just don't. I can see how expensive everything's getting. And every single time they get an opportunity to tip you upside down and shake every last bastard coin out of your pockets, they take that chance. So there is gold, there is silver. There is a nice little thing called the S&P 500, which is the Standard & Poor 500. And if you know nothing about investing, which most people don't, have a look at the S&P 500. Now, the Standard & Poor is basically a conglomeration of 500, the top 500 companies in the US, which, yes, it includes Apple and Google, Meta, blah, 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 Alphabet, all them, whatever. It includes all of those. And that, over the past 24 years, I think, has had something approaching 20% average return each year. Now, some years it's 4 or 5%, some years it's 30%, but on average, it's 20% a year. It really is a safe, intelligent place to put your money. Now, for us that are 10 years away from retiring, we know these things are cyclical, and sometimes it takes many years for the investment industry to recover after issues. It can do. Sometimes it goes into big slumps and sometimes it's on big highs. But for those of you that are a bit younger, or maybe even give advice to your kids, have a look at the Standard & Poor, because that S&P 500, it's a way to go. If you're investing money over a long period of time, silver, gold, S&P, I don't think you can go far wrong. But have a look yourself, see what you make of it. All I know is I tried to play safe as a kid because I didn't know. And I paid money into a pension that, to be quite honest with you, is not worth a shite. 40 years ago when I started and they told me how much money would be in my pension, I thought, Christ, I'll be able to buy 3 houses with that. Now I'm not even going to be able to buy one. Hey, what happened there? What happened there? You've got to laugh, haven't you? Because if you didn't, you'd start crying. Anyway, don't take investment advice from me, because for a start, I'm not offering it. What I'm telling you is what I did. Have a look at it, people. Just open your eyes. You lads, my age, open your eyes, have a look, lads. Study what's happening to your pension. Study what's happening to the value of your money. Because you're going to be in for a shock. It's shit. To put non too fine a point on it. So, on that note, I shall jog on. Now, normally it would be to the tequila cupboard, as we know, but not today, because it's 11:30 in the morning, which even by my standards is a bit early. And I've got a bit of an headache, hence I look like Ray Charles. So, on that note, create, stay sane.